I'm sorry.
I'm just helping out. And that check was in the mail. Right when I needed it. And when folks tell you that God don't come, what was that saying? He may not come when you want him.
But he's right on time.
He always on time. So, but he gave us this power to change our world. Now watch this, y'all. Go to Matthew 14:15. It says, when it was evening, his disciples came to him saying, this is a deserted place, and the hour is already late. Send the multitudes away that they may go into the villages and buy themselves food. But Jesus said to them, they do not need to go away. You give them something to eat. And they said to him, we have here only 5 loaves and 2 fish. He said, bring them here to me. Then he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass. He took the loaves and the 2 fish and looked up to heaven. He blessed and broke and gave the loaves to the disciples. All right. Y'all know what's going to happen next, right? Now, at the end of this, it says, now those who had eaten, verse 21, were about 5,000 men, besides women and children. Okay? Now, we have seen God rain manna out of heaven. Now, we have seen God use Elijah, this widow woman, to sustain them until the drought was over. That was 3 years, y'all. And now we see Jesus. Uh-oh. It's about to hit home to us, ain't it? We see Jesus with all these folk, and he tells the disciples, I'm going to use what you got right there and feed all of them. Because what I'm trying to tell you is, I have the power over the earth. And he looked up to heaven. I don't know, I wish what he said, I'd be saying the same thing every day. I wish what he said. And he blessed it and broke it, and he disseminated it through all the people. And they had stuff left over, y'all. How you have stuff left over? From 5 loaves and 2 fish, and you fed 5,000 men, not including women and children. Y'all know how hungry kids are.
No, with me.
Who multiplied the food?
Yeah.
And who did he use?
And 5 biscuits.
Jesus,
Now watch
the
this.
disciples. Yeah.
Now watch this. Jesus blessed it, and he broke it, and he told the boys to go pass it out.
To use the disciples.
Jesus didn't do it. The disciples didn't even believe he could do it. So who else besides Jesus has that kind of power to multiply that fish and that bread like that?
We do.
The Holy Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
The same one
But Jesus.
that's inside of us. Now remember now, Jesus couldn't do any of this outside the Spirit, because that would disrupt the Trinity of God. They all worked together in the beginning. So why would Jesus do something apart from the Spirit now? Oh, Jesus. We get ready to hit home, y'all.
So the point is we got the Spirit.
You got the Spirit. So you have the power over the earth. Oh, I'm seeing them face. Now watch these, y'all. Let's keep going. Mark 4. Mark 4. Verse 35. Mark 4, verse 35. All right. On the same day, when evening had come, he said to them, let us cross over to the other side. Now when they had left the multitude, they took him along in the boat as he was. Y'all see that? The disciples got on the boat, Jesus was with them. All right. And other little boats were also with him. And a great windstorm arose, and the waves beat into the boat, so that it was already filling. But he was in the stern, asleep on a pillow. And they woke him and said to him, Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing? Then he arose and rebuked the wind, and said to the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was great calm. But he said to them, Why are you so fearful? How is it that you have no
faith?
Okay, so Jesus in the boat, y'all, and the windstorm comes. I'm going to say a hurricane or a typhoon, I don't know what it was. Now, you would think if Jesus in the boat, can't nothing too much bad going to happen if he in the boat. They got scared. Jesus wakes up, rebukes the wind, and calms the sea. What is Jesus trying to teach us? And then he rebuked them and said, woke me up for this? Oh, you of little.
Hey.
So what Jesus is saying is, you could have did the same thing I just did. What you wake me up for? You still haven't learned from what I've been doing? I've been healing the sick, raising the dead, feeding 5,000, doing all this stuff, and you still don't understand. You have the power to do it. Just do it. I heard a man get on the radio after Hurricane Katrina. He's a preacher. He said, matter of fact, it was to the Bismarck. And he was talking about Hurricane Katrina. He said, which one of y'all pastors have enough faith to rebuke the wind and calm the storm? He said, we raising dead folk over here. But you guys in the West have a superficial faith. Because when disaster hit, y'all get to run. We stay here and fight. We ain't got no place to run. Everything in Africa is towed up. We have to take power over this continent. He rebuked the pastors.
He rebuked the pastor.
He said, which one of y'all got the faith to rebuke the wind and calm the storm? Oh, y'all running. Now, if that man got that kind of faith, he was talking to, he wasn't talking to church, but he was talking to pastors. Obviously, he had something that they didn't have.
So we got the ability to speak to storms and tell them,
But do you believe you can do it?
yes.
Look at you. Tornado hit Little Rock, girl. Let's go. Go get the tub. Go get in the closet.
No, I say this. You know how we always talk about having faith of a little child, and how kids they believe in anything. And I remember when I was probably about 7 or 8, my mom's friend was a pastor. He took me fishing, and I wanted to go fishing so bad, and it started raining. And I sat out there and I started saying, please stop raining, please stop raining. I was like, please God, don't let it rain. And my mom said that he told my mom later that he was sitting there looking like, this little girl done lost her mind. She was just talking to the rain. He said, and a few minutes later, it stopped raining. And he told her, he was like, okay, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. And not to say anything about me, but just saying kids believe they can do anything. And I think as we get older, we have life experiences, we lose that.
And we shouldn't lose it. Go ahead. No.
You saw me shaking my head, and the reason I'm going to tell you the reason why is, we've been brainwashed and corrupted to the point to where it is almost impossible for us to get that kind of faith. Let me quantify that.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm not saying you can't, but what I'm saying is that almost has to be something that was patterned to you growing up. You would have had to see that in your parents. You would have had to been around it so that it's ingrained. See, this culture that we live in, we grow up seeing parents and church members and pastors, and we grow up seeing people operating out of a real faith. So then when we grow up in that environment, it's so ingrained in us, then it's like we know what's right. Just like Paul said, I know what I'm supposed to be doing, but I do that which I shouldn't be doing in the first place. It's like it's almost that sin nature is just so ingrained that it's more than a notion. I mean, I've heard it, I've studied it, but I don't know. I think I think that's a tremendous. It takes a tremendous amount of faith. It's more than a casual belief. It's a tremendous life changing.
It's a matter of knowing that you can and stepping out and doing it.